Are you feeling lost, uninspired, stuck in your head? Do you feel like wherever you go, whoever you meet, and whatever you do, somehow doesn't resonate with you completely? You feel like you somehow don't belong anywhere, not in a place, not with a certain group of people, or maybe you work at a job that just doesn't fulfill you, and therefore you wonder, what the F? And you wonder all sorts of questions about your identity, your whole existence. What is the purpose of all of this? And maybe you're even stuck in a loop that doesn't seem to end. Well, don't worry. You're, again, not the only one. There's plenty of us, me included. And especially nowadays, I believe this can be more of a challenge than it was in the past. There are various ideas that could have helped in this situation, but today I want to discuss just a specific one: boredom. Do you get bored sometimes? Or should I ask, do you ever get bored? Am I actually the only one that thinks that there's a hidden treasure inside of boredom? Before we dive in, hi, you can call me Em, and welcome to Mystic Harmony. This is a safe and open space for kindred spirits to connect, explore, and share insights on life, spirituality, and the mysteries in between. Here we embrace deep conversations, new perspectives, and even moments of pure wonder. So make yourself at home. You're exactly where you're meant to be. So I mentioned that being stuck nowadays can be more challenging than it was in the past. Why do I say that? Because when it comes to meeting new people, it was never easier to meet new people than now when we have the internet. We can chat with our friends from abroad in the same time. For those of you that are from millennial generations and older, you know how it was with sending mails in the past. It took weeks, or maybe even a month, to receive a mail from across the ocean. Thanks to internet, we also have access to so much knowledge and information in just a matter of seconds. And with the arrival of ChatGPT, that became even easier. And I could count on and on about the benefits of the internet. But I did notice one downfall, and it's certainly not the only one. Many of them were already discussed by different channels, but today I want to focus on this one. Due to so much information and entertainment we receive from the internet on a daily basis, it's actually hard to keep a track on your own mind if you're not careful. We all know how smartphones can suck us into their apps and we can remain stuck on them for hours. And not just the time. Continuously checking social media and scrolling down can also drain you energetically, and therefore, when you're low on your energy, it's harder to think, it's a challenge to get creative. You might even lose energy to get out and meet people, and therefore you feel lost. You don't know what you actually want to do with your time. When you're constantly checking on your apps and watch certain type of videos, I noticed how you can get off track when it comes to creating your own life. Like, for example, you love to watch specific content, right? And you love the people that create that specific content. On some level, you start to resonate with them. And slowly but surely, you want to implement their energy more and more into your life. Because they are like your role models, right? Which can be, of course, inspiring if you really enjoy that energy. But what if the energy actually doesn't resonate with your inner being and your truest potential? Hear me out. You resonate with a person that shares a specific content, right? But what if that's just one piece of you that is resonating with the entire content of the person you're watching? What if that is just a small piece of your identity that starts to conduct your entire being? What about the rest of your entire being then? When does that part of you have the time to develop and explore the possibilities? Right? I'm guilty of it as well. I watched many movies that sold me some sort of a dream, and I wanted that dream to become my reality. But later in life, much later in life, I learned that this is not actually what I want from my life. And it took me quite a few years to figure it out. Simply because I was identifying with certain movie characters too much, or celebrities whose background stories inspired me a lot. Just a food for thought, I'm blabbing a bit. I admit, I love watching different content on YouTube, and sometimes I get way too consumed by it. So yeah, I'm totally guilty of it. And I'm beginning to remember how much I created as a little kid. I created a lot simply because I was bored. I wasn't getting along with my peers when little, so I spent a lot of my childhood by myself creating, which is a really good part of my childhood actually. And I'm thinking now, boredom. How much of you are actually bored nowadays? Do you experience boredom at all? I learned that I don't. I'm constantly doing or consuming something. And of course, your spirit finds a hard time to get some attention from you. As a millennial, when I was a kid, we had no trouble being bored because not everyone had a smartphone in their hands. Back then, we just had one TV where we planned a schedule when someone could watch it. My parents, of course, wanted to watch the news, and I was learning English by watching Cartoon Network. Best investment ever. Who would have thought that that kind of investment could actually be of so much fun? So yeah, whenever the TV was occupied, I had to figure out ways what to do with my time. And I created so much. You name it, toys, dolls, paintings, drawings. I sang, I danced. And thankfully, some of these things I still do and continue to develop. Like music and art, for example. I dance just for myself as some sort of therapy. It helps a lot. I somehow find that in dance, you can be both connected to spirit more, as you remain perfectly grounded when being deeply in touch with your body. Yeah, I blabbed a lot today, but I hope you find this video helpful. So, what's the one most important thing that we all need to learn from today's video? I believe we all agree. Less technology and more connection to our source, right? And check on our boredom from time to time. What do you think? And what about you? Have you found any other ways to get yourself back and remained inspired? If the answer is yes, I'd be happy to read about it in the comments. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comments about it, and if you enjoy my content, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you get notified when a new video comes up. And I'm wishing you a wonderful week with a bit of added boredom. And talk to you soon. Much love. Bye.